Hello friends, this is Heidi with Kiddos Corral and it is 2016. And so not only are we celebrating a new year, but we also are celebrating that this is my 100th recipe video, which to me, I have just been watching to see when I was going to get to this milestone. So I thought what I would do is share a couple very easy, simple party recipes that I'm actually serving tonight for New Year's Eve. So here we go. And the first thing I want to show you guys is my taco dip. Now this is a favorite of my family's and it is really simple to put together. Last night at dinner I went ahead and I did the messy part. I browned 2 pounds, and depending on how many people you are going to serve will depend on how much meat you want to brown. I did 2 pounds. This will serve up to 10 people, usually, give or take, depending on how big of appetite you guys are going to have. Now, I browned it. Now, if you're going to use a ground beef, you're going to want to drain all of the fluids off of it after you brown it because you don't want any grease lingering in this. So, I used ground turkey. It didn't have to be drained. I used 1 package of ranch seasoning mix and 1 package of taco seasoning, and then I poured it in the bottom of this this here, and I guess this is about a 9 by 13 glass pan, and now I'm just going to put on my layers to make my dip. So in my microwave up above here, and I'm sorry I'm reaching in front of you guys, I have got some refried beans. Now I like to put the refried beans in the microwave for just a little bit to make them softer to spread out onto, to make my layers. So I've got my refried beans, and you can use any type of refried beans you want. And just because I might use something does not mean that your layers have to be the same way. You can layer whatever you would prefer in your dip. But first you just want to spread out your beans, and I kind of like to lay blobs. This is so professional, isn't it? Kind of on here, because it may not cover exactly the 9 by 13. If you want it to be perfect, by all means, heat up another can or whatever. I don't worry about that too much. And this can be eaten either warm or cold. So if you want to just put this together and eat it warm, that's fine. But we are just having it cold tonight. So you can put your refried beans on there. Let me get rid of this bowl. Then you're going to pour on, well actually, yeah, we'll do this first. We're going to do salsa. Now I buy a medium salsa, but if you like a hot salsa, get what kind of salsa that you would like. And I pour it on here to cover. And I think the salsa makes this dip. So sometimes I go on the sweeter side and I'll get a peach salsa. And my kids really love stuff that is hot and spicy, so sometimes I will linger more on, the spicier side. So there we go. We got a good helping of that. I'm just going to put my whole jar on. That looks good, and it smells really good too. Alright, I'm going to get a clean spoon for my salsa. For my sour cream is what I mean. So I got a tub of sour cream, and you can use the fat-free if you like. And I kind of stir it a little bit in the container, kind of get it whipped again. And just like with the other, I kind of do some blobs so that I can get it spread evenly on here. And it's not about perfection, because believe me, my kids are going to dig into this and it is going to be so delicious. There's not going to be any left when the night is over. So I try to get this spread out as evenly as possible. And you can see it's going to run together, but that's okay because you're going to put some more stuff on the top. And you know, I am also using up some items that I have left in my fridge, like my cheese. I have 1 bag of cheese left this month, so I didn't want to purchase much yesterday, but I did go to the store and I think I spent something like $22 and I bought a few things for today. Because after all, it's New Year's, right? It's a holiday. Well, today's New Year's Eve. It's fixing to be New Year's. All right. There we go. Now, what I like to do is I like to end with the cheese because I think it looks the prettiest on top. So here we go. I've got lettuce and I've got it chopped. I like to put it on the top because when you go to eat it, then it's not all mushy. I just spread it around. Just like that. See, you're going to cover up the part that didn't come out as pretty as you had hoped. And nobody's going to be any of the wiser. Now, this is a little something that I like to add in mine. Remember, this is all based on whatever you prefer. But these are olives that are infused in jalapenos. They are very spicy. You can smell it. Now I'm going to drain the juices off of it. And this is where my heat's going to come in. This and the salsa. And I'm going to put these on all over the top. And you want to make sure anytime you are dealing with jalapenos to wash your hands when you're done. You could do straight up jalapenos if you like. I just had these on hand. I got them on clearance a long time ago and we just need to use them up, and this is a perfect way to do that. Now I've got some regular black olives here, but I think I'm just going to reserve those and serve those on the side tonight for anybody who might want extra. Some people are not too finicky on black olives, so I'm just going to keep it light. I'm washing my hands here because I don't want to get that jalapeno anywhere. Now the next thing you add is your cheese. Now you want to serve this with a very dense tortilla chip. And I like to use the dip style chips because I feel like it's easier to eat with when you have the dip style chips. Ooh, dropping cheese. Alright, I want to get all my cheese on here because this is what's going to make this really, really good. There we go. We got the cheese on there. And now all I'm going to do is cover this and put it in the refrigerator, and when we are ready to serve it, it is ready. And you see how easy it took, what, 5 minutes? Probably not 5 minutes on this video because I like to blab, but it literally takes 5 minutes to put this together. It's delicious. I never have any leftovers. If our church has any get-togethers, this is a wonderful thing to take. I have never had any complaints. And I'll be back in a little bit to show you the second thing that I'm going to serve tonight for New Year's. Okay, for my next recipe, my husband is going to pour it for me, but it's equal parts Hawaiian Punch, which he's putting in. It's equal parts with the Sprite, or you can use Sierra Mist, whichever one. That in. Then you want to add a thing of the rainbow sherbet. He's going to put the sherbet in, and this will make it really nice and frothy. Just drop it in there.
Okay.
All right, well, you just let that sit for about 5 to 10 minutes. It'll get pretty frothy, and then you serve it in your little drink glasses. But you want to make sure that you refrigerate your Hawaiian Punch and your Sprite the night before your party, or because you want it really, really cold for serving.